Hi there, blessings. Thank you for being here. So, end of the day, I was just sitting in my practice and I got this really intense download that there's some messages that wish to come through, and so here I am. Let's begin with a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. How you all doing tonight? Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. First card that flips over is the wheel. Okay. So yeah, I was definitely feeling today like a big shift in the energy all day. There was just big movement happening in my life, little steps that really add up in the greater whole to the bigger picture. And this is what's going on right now. There's some kind of major shift. You've just gone through a major change, a major shift, a major completion, a major ending, a major promotion, a major upgrade. Okay, this is the collective energy right now. And I've been feeling this, we are literally like a few days away from Mercury being fully in retrograde, and it's starting the same day as Virgo season. And as I was meditating, the phrase that was coming to mind about that energy is in between worlds. Okay, we are literally in between worlds right now, where we are shifting. Okay, yeah, look at that, all these cards flew out, but the four landed on the table. So the Emperor, so it's like a reclamation of personal power, it's a reclamation of sovereignty, it's a reclamation of personal space, right? Because the Emperor is the energy of the divine masculine that takes up room. I'm here, I am felt, I am seen, I am known, I am anchored, I am rooted. And so we have a 10 and we have a 4, two major arcana cards. Yeah, I've definitely been feeling this energy along the lightworker shadow collective energy. This kind of flipped over. I'm not really feeling called to it though, but that's really intense. The Leo chart is very intense, and right now we are in Venus retrograde. So those with Leo energies and major placements, and especially you beloved Izzy Kings, I bet you're going through just like this complete rebirth. Okay, what I also heard was, hi, thank you for being here, I'm doubled. What I heard was, for some of us, this activation of change, of purification, of restoration of the divine blueprint, because ultimately the light workers and shadow walkers are here to help with the restoration of the divine blueprint. How do we do that? By doing that within ourselves. And so I heard that for some of us, these cycles started in 2008, and now these cycles are starting to finally wrap up. How many years is that? 2008, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh yeah, so 15 years. Okay, so 15 years marks the end of a 15-year cycles. It marks the breaking of chains, the breaking of bondage, the breaking of limitations, whether they're self-imposed limitations, programs and conditions from society and environment, or religious indoctrination, or peer pressure, or whatever the fuck. When you go through your cycles of your growth and elevation in the human experience, we are on the earth plane, so we follow the natural cycles and rhythms of the earth. And so when you complete this cycle 15, you really break free at a quantum level, at an epigenetic level, if you're really like devoted and committed to showing up and doing the work. Yes, it's okay if you fall and you have bad days, but it's like the collective energy that I'm feeling right now is these big deep wounds have finally like reached a breaking point of there's no going back, so to speak. It's like the lesson has been seen, the blessing has been recognized, the past is finally being let go, and now there's this turning of the wheel, right? With the 10 here and the 4 here, it's like, okay, it's time to return to what is actually important for me. It is time to reclaim, what made me happy as a child, what I actually want to be doing in this human experience. not what everybody else is telling me. And that's what that Emperor card, it's like we are all the emperors of our lives, okay? And this is not about gender, this is about the energy of the divine masculine coming home. Why? Because the divine feminine energy has been, look at that, something just flipped over. King of Swords upright and Queen of Swords reversed. Look at this. 2 court cards in the same suite just came out together, but the divine feminine is reversed. What is that telling me? It's telling me that the divine feminine energy has kind of taken a back seat, and not saying that she's unequal. It's saying that the divine feminine energy has just been like super intense, holding the space. You know, the feminine energy comes before the emperor, okay? You have the empress energy, you have the high priestess energy, you know, so that feminine energy is the energy of creation, of creating the womb space, of holding that container. And then the masculine energy can come in and really create structure and stability, and then they harmonize as you continue going through your levels. So this Queen of Swords just flipping over but reverse as I was shuffling is saying like the intensity of the divine feminine doing the work, okay? And there are many who have started the cycle around 2008. This is the download that I just got tonight, and I'm just sharing this with y'all, okay? It's like that energy is stepping backward. It's no more just sitting in the sidelines. It's no more just doing the inner work. It's no more, you know, hiding behind the scenes. It's no more spiritual closeting. It's no more, you know, playing it safe. It's no more playing it small. This is big daddy energy. King of Swords and the Emperor is big daddy energy. It's like, who's my daddy? I'm my own fucking daddy. And if you want to be my daddy, you better be like meeting me at my level up here, not, you know, down here in the playground in the muck with the pigs rolling around in the mud. Like, I'm over here a fucking queen. So I'm gonna step back if you're going to meet me there. But in order for someone else to meet us there, we have to meet ourselves. So this King of Swords is that clarity coming in. The clarity of like, okay, it's time for me to stabilize, to root, to ground in my visions, my dreams, to take action, to look. The Devil and the 11 came out, and the 11 came out when I was pre-shuffling and preparing the space to come live. So it coming out again is like confirmation. And I was just talking about the 15-year cycle closing. There's a huge 15-year cycle that's closing right around now with this Leo new moon that we just had conjunct Lilith with Venus in retrograde. You know, this is the energy that we're going to be in through the Mercury retrograde. September is going to feel like in between worlds, and then we go into October, which is, you know, when the Samhain portal starts to open, and then that closes as we go into the heart of the night in November and winter and hibernation and, you know, reaping our harvest. So like I'm starting to feel something coming up. So I'm also getting the message of, you know, the throat chakra is finally being unblocked. It's like you've been doing all of this root work, the solar plexus work, the sacral work, you know, decluttering the trauma, integrating the shadow, you know, doing whatever it is you need to do, your nutritional awareness, your breath work, all of that. And now the 15-year cycle is finally closing, and there's going to be justice. There's going to be justice. Yeah, the mucus coming out from the body is just that old stuff purging, coming out. Fantastic. Go spit that shit out. Drink water, rinse, wash, repeat, brush your teeth. Okay? Because right now, 11 is a gateway. What is the date today? I'm feeling something about the numerology. So it's the 19th. So 8, 19, 7. Okay, so today is a 7 day, and 7 is about movement. I mean, it's a little past midnight, so we could also call it a 6 day. We're in between 6 and 7. Look at that, in between worlds. Okay, this is the energy right now. We are literally in between worlds, in between that old life, that old cycle, and the new, right? And what comes after 15 in the tarot is 15 in the tarot is the Tower, right? But I feel like the Tower has already happened. Like the Tower has been happening for a while for some of us, okay? And now it's like, the light. You see, the light is here. The light is shining on what seems to be this like old stubborn rock, but that's you standing your ground. That's you standing in your authority and power. I don't see this as a negative, you know, if you want to use those words. It's more of like, I'm standing in my power and my truth, and I don't care if fucking moss is growing on me, if ants are crawling on me. I'm standing in my truth, I'm standing in my power, because I'm the one who has broken the cycle. And this is part of the path, you know, of us shadow walkers, light workers. You know, we are here to break the cycles. We are here to break the quote unquote curses. A lot of these curses we have cast upon ourselves in past lives. We have, or even in this life, we've set out of, you know, pure idiocy, resentment, pain, anger, suffering. You know, God, Goddess knows I've said some dumb shit in my life, and now I look back, I'm like, oh shit, I created my own spells, I created my own reality. These cycles, 15/6 is finally broken. How fucking awesome is that? Hi Whitney, thanks for saying hi. And the 11, the justice, okay? It's like your justice, your time to rise. 11 is a gateway. 1, 2 pillars. You're walking in between these two pillars. With the two pillars represents your light and your shadow aspect, and you're right in between them, harmonizing. How are you harmonizing? By anchoring in the physical reality, by taking care of your body, by taking care of your home. Yes, I have had Jesus in my life. I actually had tea with Jesus last night, and I was just reading my testament before I came here on this live. So thanks so much for asking. He's an amazing teacher, and I just actually started watching The Chosen, which is the life story of Jesus of Nazarene, and it's amazing. It's amazing how, you know, I just started it, so I'm not gonna, you know, share any feedback, but thanks so much for asking if, you know, I have Jesus in my life. Because yeah, I have Jesus, I have Buddha, I have Allah, I have the goddesses, many goddesses. There's a goddess right in front of me right now. My Bible's in the other room. So yeah, thanks for that. And, you know, standing in the power, that's the other message of the Emperor, Page of Cups. And the more we stand in our power, the more I love and accept ourselves. Page of Cups. I was just talking a few moments ago of like how there are certain things from your childhood that you really enjoy doing, or even as an adult that you're just like secretly in your closet doing, you know, or just like maybe not in your closet, but only a few people know. You're not very vocal about your faith, about your spirituality, about the fact that you are a fucking spiritual warrior. Okay? You are a spiritual warrior. Shadow walkers, light workers, you are a spiritual warrior, and you are starting to realize how powerful you are. And that is what totally is turning the wheel, because ultimately, yes, in this human experience we have free will. We get to choose our path and our destiny. And you know, these messages, this collective that I'm tapping into, whoever this, you know, message is really reaching here live and on the replay, you feel what I'm saying of, yeah, I have been in the trenches, in the spiritual trenches for a while, and now there's a lightening of the energy. Now there's like a sharing, right? Because the Emperor is also the energy of sharing. The masculine loves to give, loves to expand, loves to grow, loves to reach out, loves to connect, loves to, you know, plan things, organize things, orchestrate things. You know, the divine masculine energy says, I'm here. Let's party. I got you, boo. Right? That's that big daddy energy that I was feeling. It's like that big daddy energy is coming home. And so the inner child's like, fantastic. Daddy's home. Mommy's been here for a while. Now we can actually play. Now I'm not just watching mommy cry all the time while daddy's off, you know, fucking around doing whatever. It's like that masculine and feminine energy is coming back home. And this is the restoration of the true Christos template, right? This is why there's like, I don't have my notes, but something is retrograde in Pisces right now. Something is retrograde in Pisces right now, and I want to say it's Saturn. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles confirmation. So I'm pretty sure that Saturn is retrograde in Pentacles. Saturn is retrograde in Pentacles. Saturn is retrograde in Pisces. And so Saturn is daddy karma. Saturn is justice. Saturn is expansion. And so the expansion has to happen from within for it to be sustainable, for it to really reach long term. And we are also shifting out of the Piscean area. That doesn't happen overnight, okay? We're talking about over 2,000 years of the age of Pisces, the age of Christos, deep in the subcurrents, right? The Pisces is the water energy, the under elemental energy, and now it's coming up into the Aquarian energy, where it's really coming, you know, literally from the water, from the depths of our heart and our soul, coming up to the air, to the crown, to the third eye, to embodiment. Okay, and what did Christ come to hear and teach us? Christ came to teach self-mastery. Okay, that's the primary message of Christ. He's here to say everything that you have is within you. And I came to show you through my life experiences that you can do that, whether you look at it as a real life story or as a metaphor, or however you choose to view, you know, the Testament. Ultimately, the message is you can tap into your higher strength. That's another big message that's coming through. You are now being strengthened. So the more you stand in it, the more you stand in your power, in your truth, in your clarity, in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Listen to what you are being guided to. Am I still cutting out? Let me know. And continue following that intuitive guidance. That's one more they're saying. Okay, one more. You gotta continue moving forward. Look, we have the High Priestess and the Two of Swords, so two twos. Okay, so for some of us, there's still some decisions that need to be made. There's still some things that need to be cut out. There's still some choices that need to be made. You know, stop being on the sidelines. Okay, this is now time for you to rise. Your divine masculine energy, your Christos codes, your divine blueprint is awake, fully online. Like, everything that you have done has brought you to this point where you are now completely and fully online. Emperor energy, okay? Emperor energy brings it home. Big Daddy's bringing it home so the inner child can play. Ten of Pentacles. What is the Ten of Pentacles? You have reached the ultimate fulfillment. Okay, you've got your money, you've got your home, you've got, you know, clarity, you have peace, you have all the things that you need to really create an abundant, thriving life where you are empowered and embodied in your divine truth, in your divine template. So stay in your lane, okay? Stay in your lane. Keep walking through the bridge. Okay, we are literally in between worlds for the next few weeks through the end of the year. You know exactly where you are and what timeline you're on. So trust your timeline, right? This is a general message for a very specific collective, yet we are still individual. If you want to talk to me, I'll see you over in the dream world. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So stay in your lane. And do you, and allow yourself to fully integrate in the human experience. Okay, the way Christ was able to ascend, aka step into his full self-mastery, aka embody the divine blueprint and literally go through a physical death and resurrect, was because he stayed in his lane. Okay, he went 3 years in the desert and he went through the temptations of the devil. Okay, the devil is right here. It's the animal instincts, it's the ego, it's the drama, it's the bullshit of the fucking world. He was tested and he was strengthened, and then once he was strengthened, he was able to really show up in service where it didn't matter what or who touched him, lepers, prostitutes, whatever. You know, the energy won't be able to affect you because you are literally embodying that truth. Okay, whether you practice and read the Bible or not, it doesn't matter, because the message is ultimately coming from the universe through different teachers. Myself, Christ, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Kuan Yin, Isis, Ma'at, your inner voice. All of it is saying, stay in your lane. You ultimately know your path, and continue making these choices that empower you, that uplift you, that support you and nourish you, and the people and experiences and situationships that amplify your life will naturally attract to that, attract to your vibration, because you're literally just staying in your lane and it's coming to you. You've already gone through the feminine energy. You already know how to attract. Now it's time to receive, integrate, anchor. Receive, integrate, anchor. Okay? Receive, integrate, anchor. That's also coming through right now. I feel like, okay, they wanted me to say it again. Receive, integrate, anchor. Stay in your lane, receive, integrate, anchor, listen to the guidance when you're guided to expand, when you're guided to share, when you're guided to shut up and keep things to yourself, okay? Because that is also a path of wisdom, knowing when you need to just stay in your lane and just ignore the haters and the naysayers and the disbelievers, because they're triggered. Something within their subconscious is triggered and they don't know how to recognize the difference. Okay, so those are the messages that I have for you. You know, stay in your lane, receive, integrate, anchor, listen, expand, share. So yeah, okay, those are all the messages that I have for you, beloveds. Thank you so much for being here. Keep, you know, focusing on your dreams, keep focusing on, you know, your success, your desires, your dreams, your mission. You ultimately know what your mission is, but this message was ultimately to say big cycles are breaking right now. Wheel is turning in your favor. We're walking in between worlds. Hold yourself, stay in your lane. You got this. All is well. I'm sending you so much love and blessings, and until we meet again, I'll see you in the stars. Yeah, you're welcome, Jay Phoenix. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you and your comments. Yeah, it's important, you know, sometimes sometimes it's important to just, you know, be led and continue forward. Live long and prosper, right?